Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is still A Square Maths Made Easy Academy on the line. Now, I want to continue from where I stopped under calculations in what calculus. Now, if you observe my last video, I stopped at part 10. So in my today's video, I'm going to continue with part 11. And in that part 10, I stopped at question number 43. Then 44 was in that part 10. Then I now lifted it now so that it becomes part 11. So which means I'm starting with question number 44. Remember, my target is 100 questions, first 100 questions under what? Calculations in calculus. And there is no way that you watch the part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7, part 8, part 9, and part 10 of it that you must not understand. Now, help me to subscribe. Please comment and share, like. So let's fire on. Are you ready? Now, don't forget this is my phone number. All right. Can we progress now? Question number 44. What did I say? Question number 44. Now the question says, evaluate limit of x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2. Now let's solve it. Question number 44. Now anytime you are given question under limits, the first thing is to know what x tends to and substitute. Now here x tends to 2, right? So we are given limit of x all over 2, then all over x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2. Now can we substitute what x approaches? Now here x approaches 2, meaning that anywhere we come across x, remove it and introduce 2. Oh yeah, here we go. This is x is 2 minus 2. Are you with me? Now after then we now move to the denominator. This is x is 2, but all squared minus 4. Can you now see that 2 minus 2 will give you 0 all over? Then watch. What is 2 squared? 2 squared is 4, and 4 minus 4. Oh my goodness, the answer is 0. So which means it is 0 over 0. So many will rush and say that the correct answer is option A. Please, it's an error. Punch your calculator now. 0 over 0 will give you math error. So which means under limit, when you encounter 0 over 0, such limit is what? Indeterminate. And any limit that is indeterminate can be solved further, either by differentiation or by L'Hopital's rule. Another name for differentiation is called L'Hopital's rule, or using what we call factorization method. Now I want to use factorization method first and use shortcut to solve it. Then after that, I will now use what we call L'Hopital's rule, which is the y dx. Can we now proceed? Solving further is limit of x minus 2, then all over x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2. Come on, are we together now? Now this is limit of x minus 2, then all over. Do you know that this is x squared, right? Then minus, what is 4 in indices? 2 to the power of 2 as x approaches 2. Are you with me now? Now the numerator will remain constant, but what you are going to resolve now is the denominator by factorization. Do you know that this thing is called difference of 2 squared? Difference of 2 squared. And the law is that if you have a squared minus b squared, now what is going to appear here is one will be negative. Am I complicating? And the other one should be positive. That is exactly what we are going to have here. Then if you continue, you have limit of x minus 2, then all over. We have one negative and 1 positive as x approaches 2. Can you now observe this now? Now x minus 2 down, we cancel x minus 2 up. So what remains up now is limit of 1 all over x plus 2 as x approaches 2. Now at this junction we can have our limit when x tends to 2. And what does it imply? Anywhere we encounter x, remove it and put 2. So that we now have 1 all over. I have seen x is 2 plus 2. Are you there now? Which will now give me 1 over 4, and that is the final answer. Then the question, let's look at the option. No, it cannot be option A. Oh my goodness, it cannot be option B. Oh my goodness, what? The correct answer in the option is option what? C, which is 1 over what? 4. This is how to solve it normal. But I want to use shortcut to solve this now. Are you ready now? Then I want you to watch. I want to use shortcut to solve this particular word problem. Now, all you need to know is that, listen, having expanded it like this, you should know that one of these x minus 2 will cancel the upper one, which is x minus 2. It will remain positive now. So which means what is remaining here is limit of 1 over x plus 2. I don't need to solve and cancel out. I will now say as x approaches what? 2. That is what we call shortcut. Always leave the numerator constant. Since this one is one that we can expand or factorize the denominator. So one of the values at the numerator, we cancel the, at the denominator, I mean to say, we cancel the what? Numerator. So it becomes 1 over x plus 2. Have I made myself clear? Can we now substitute? I will now say, this is 1 all over, what is x? 2 plus 2. You can now have the limit. The limit is 1 over what? 4. This is called shortcut. Are you with me now? Now, having defined it like this, I want to use another method that is called L'Hopital's what rule. Are you with me? After solving it and the result is indeterminate, I want to use what we call L'Hopital's what rule. L'Hopital's what rule. And this L'Hopital's rule is the y, the x. Can we go? This is limit of what? X minus 2 all over, watch, this is x squared, right? Minus 4 as x approaches what? 2. Now, what I'm going to do here now is to differentiate one after the other. Now, look up. Limit as x approaches 2 is now, what is this? Differentiate x. You know that the result is 1. I have taught you, right? How? This is x, invisible what? 1, which is the power. Can I differentiate now? What you should do, use the power to multiply x. 1 times x will give us x. Then raise to power 1. Then minus the power by what? 1. At the end, I will be having x all to the power of what? 0. Are you with me? Because 1 minus 1 will give you what? 0. Then x to the power of 0 by a lot of indices is 1. And that is why we have 1 here. Do you understand? Now, can we migrate now? This is a constant. If you differentiate a constant, the answer is what? 0. So which means I will now move to the denominator. Can I differentiate x squared now? Look at it. This is x squared, right? Consider the power. 2 times x will give us 2 what? X. 2 what? X. Then raise to the same power of 2, introduce minus 1. Then what do you think that will be the answer? 2 what? X. Do you understand? How? 2 minus 1 will give you what? 1. So here is 2 what? X. Then can we differentiate minus 4? It is a constant. The answer is what? 0. Finally, I can have the limit. As x approaches what? 2. Can we substitute? It will now give me 1 all over. Oh my goodness. This one is 2, right? Then open the bracket. What does x tends to? X tends to 2. Then impute 2 here. Finally, what is the answer? 1 over 2 times 2 is what? 4. Can you see? This one is what we call L'Hopital's what rule. Do you understand? I am done with question number 44. Can we now move to question number 45? What did I say? Question number what? 45. I want you to watch. Question number 45. Watch. The question says, look up. The slope of the function x plus y all squared equal to 4 is dash. Anytime you hear the word slope, what comes to your mind is differentiation. So which is another name for differentiation or derivative is called what? Slope. Now can we bring the question? We are given that x plus y all squared is now equal to 4. Are you with me now? Now this is differentiation by explicit. So differentiation by what? Implicit, sorry. Implicit means there is a combination between the domain and the range, which is x is independent variable and y is what? Dependent variable. I know that the rule of that is that anytime you are asked to differentiate y, and once you differentiate it, don't forget to put the y over what? The x. Have I made myself clear? Now I'm going to use chain rule to differentiate it. Very simple. I would have said let me expand, but it will take me time. So how do we do? Chain rule say consider the power. What is the power? 2. I will now write 2. Then open the bracket. The next thing is to differentiate the base. Can we differentiate one after the other? Differentiate x. What is the answer? 1. Then plus differentiate y. What is the answer? Y. Then remember to put the y over what? The x. The reason is because y is a function of what? X. I will now close the bracket. The next thing is to repeat the question exactly. What is the question? X plus y. Then all to the power of what? 2. Then introduce minus 1 to the power. I am done. Then moving to the right hand side. Differentiate 4. 4 is a constant. What is the answer? 0. Can you now see my target now is to say 2 bracket 1 plus 1 times the y, the x should give us the y all over what? The x. Are you with me now? Then open the bracket. This is now x plus y raised to the power of 2 minus 1. What is 2 minus 1? 1. I can now say this is now equal to what? 0. Have I made myself clear? What is the target now? Is to open the bracket. Now what? 2 times 1 will give us what? 2 plus 2 times the y, the x will give us 2 dy over what? The x. Close the bracket. Are you with me now? Then open x plus y. Everything should equal to what? 0. Open it again. 2 times x will give us 2 what? X. Plus 2 times y will give us 2y. I am done with this. I will now use this and open the bracket. Plus 2 dy dx times x will give us plus 2x. Then dy all over what? Dx. Have I made myself clear? Then 2 dy dx times plus y will give us plus 2y. Then dy all over what? Dx. Everything should be equal to what? 0. Then what is my target? All the dy dx will move to the right. All the ones that has no dy dx will move to the right. Then you factor dy dx. There is dy dx here. There is dy dx here. What is common? Dy over what? Dx. Open the bracket. Now what do you think that will be here? 2x, right? Then plus, what is here again? 2y. Close the bracket. Then the other ones that has no dy dx will move to the right. This is 2x. By the time I shift it to the right, it will give me minus 2x. Are you with me now? Then by the time I shift plus 2y to the right, it will give me minus 2 what? Y. Something is about to what? Happen. What is our target? To make dy dx subject of the formula. What did I say? To make dy dx subject of the formula, I have to divide by the coefficient. I will now say divide by 2x plus 2y. Come on, divide by what? 2x plus 2y. Do you understand? Then we're already gotten the answer. What do you think that we will do? I want you to watch. Oh my goodness, just watch this. Now you can agree with me that this one will cancel this. I have succeeded by making dy dx subject of the word formula. Then now equal to. Can you factorize this? Oh yes. There is minus, factor minus. There is 2, factor 2 and open the bracket. What do you think that will remain here? X, right? Then minus will give us what? Plus. What do you think that will remain here? Y. Close the what? Bracket. All over. Factor out again. What is common? 2 is common. Open the bracket. What is remaining? X plus what? Y. Can you see that we have gotten what we are looking for? Can this gentleman cancel this gentleman, right? Minus 2 over 2 will give us minus 1. And that is the what answer. Can we observe the question? Option A says 0. No. Option B says minus 1. Confirm. The correct answer is minus 1. This is differentiation by what? Implicit. Have I made myself clear? Okay, if that is gotten now let us move to question number 46. What did I say? Question number what? 46. What is the question? Look up. Given that f of x is what? K. F of what? X is what? K. And this thing says for all. What did I say? For all. S is a member of domain of what? F. The question now says find f of x squared minus 1. We should find f of what? X squared minus 1. I want you to think critically. This thing that you're seeing inside here is the value of x. So which means in the equation, anywhere we encounter x, remove it and introduce x squared minus 1. Can we go ahead? So this is f, right? Open the bracket. I have seen x. What is x? X squared minus 1. Close the word bracket. Then to the right. Oh my goodness. There is no x. What did I say? There is no x. Which means it is still what? K. Which is constant. And that is the final word answer. So this kind of function is called a constant word function, where there is no variable attached to what? It. Now do we have anything like that in the option? Let's go. Option A says 2x. No. Option B say x plus 1. No. Option C say k. My goodness, the correct answer is option what? C. Am I communicating now? Now that is all. Question number 46. Now let's move to question number 47. Be careful. Given that beta of x is cos hash x exponential tan hash x is an integrable function. What did I say? Integrable word function. Full stop. Now evaluate integral of beta of x dx bounded by upper limit alpha, lower limit what? Alpha. Now look up. They said we should evaluate this. Beta of x bounded by upper limit alpha, lower limit alpha, under what? Dx. Do you confirm that the value of beta of x has been given, right? Look at it. It is beta of x is what? Cos hash x exponential tan hash x. This hash is called hyperbolic function. It's called what? Hyperbolic. Can I substitute it and put it here now? It will now give us cos hash x. Are you with me? Cos what? Hash x exponential tan hash what? X under the x bounded by upper limit alpha, lower limit what? Alpha. I don't need to solve this. In my main videos, I will tell you how to destroy this. But do you know the target? This is objective. Since the value of the alpha and the value of the upper limit and the lower limit is the same. So which means if you take the difference between upper limit and lower what limit value, it will give you 0. Am I complicating? You don't even need to solve it. The answer is always what? 0. So which means option A, beta, no. B, alpha, no. C, pi, no. D, 0. The answer is what? 0. Which is option what? D. Now, if you are given something like this also, and they said you should integrate it, can you observe that the upper limit and the value of the lower limit are the same? By the time I take the difference between this upper limit and lower limit, it still give me 0. You don't need to solve it. Do you understand? I said you don't need to do what? Solve it. So which means the final answer is what? Option what? D. Do you understand? Provided that the upper limit and the value of the lower limit are what? The same. Now can we move ahead? Question number 48. Question number what? 48. Watch. Question number 48. I will stop at number 50. Now we are going to continue with number 48. Look at the question. Are you with me now? The question says f of x plus d of x minus f of x is called dash. Option A, they said big dx. Option B, they said big dy. Option C, they said small dx. And option D, they said small dy. Have I made myself clear? Now don't panic in all these aspects. I want you to note something here. It is very simple. The correct answer already there is known. How do I start? Watch. Remember we are given f of x up here. Another way of writing f of x is called what? Y. That is what I want you to understand. F of x is called what? Y. Then call this equation what? 1. I want to use what we call differentiation by first word principle. What is the law? Anywhere you see y, add big the y. If you see x, add big the word x. That is for first principle. Let's go now. Now I have with me f, right? Bracket. I have seen x, add big the word x. Then equal to. I have seen y, add big the word y. Call it equation what? 2. So what am I going to do? Equation 2 minus this equation what? 1. Are you ready now? Come on. What is equation 2? I want you to observe something. Equation 2 is f of what? X plus the x. Are you with me? That is equation 2. Then minus. Do we know equation 1? Yes. What is equation 1? F of what? X. Then it's now equal to. Substitute the values. What is the value of f of x plus the x? Look at it here. It is y plus big dy. Are you with me now? Y plus what? Big what? Dy. Then I will now subtract. I will now what? Subtract. Remaining f of what? X. What is the value of f of x? It is what? Y. Something is about to happen. So which means f of what? X plus what? Dx. Are you with me? Minus f of what? X is called y. We cancel minus y. What remains there is big dy. Do you have big dy in the option? Oh my goodness. The correct answer is option what? B. Do you understand? This is called first principle. This is called what? differentiation by first word principle. Watch my video part 1, part 2 to part 10. You will see first principle there in any of the parts. Now let's move. Question number 50, which is the last word question. Which is the last word question. Are you with me now? Now, if you are given something like this, number 50, which is the last question. The question says evaluate. What did I say? Evaluate integral, look up, absolute value of integral of, look up, cos hash x exponential tan hash x under the x bounded by what? Alpha and alpha, then minus 1. Now look at it, evaluate this. The question says option A says 0, option B says -1, option C says 1, and option D says -1/2. Now be careful. Look at this question also. Remember, we have solved something like that, but there is an extension. This thing is called an absolute value. What did I say? Absolute what? Value. Now, what did you do? Very simple. Now, let us look at the question. This is integral, right? Cos hash x exponential tan hash x under what? The x. Can we observe the upper limit value and the lower limit value? What is upper limit value? Alpha. What is lower limit value? Alpha. Are they not the same? They are the same. And remember what I told you, it will not become absolute value. The whole of this from here to here is 0. Am I communicating? Then followed by -1, absolute what? Value. And at the end, I will now say absolute value of 0 minus 1 will give you -1. Am I communicating? And don't forget, in mathematics, anytime you see an absolute value, negative disappear. It has no negative. So an absolute value of -1 is 1. Am I communicating? If they give you absolute value of -x, the answer is what? X. Absolute value of -2, the answer is 2. So which means the correct answer in the option is option what? C. Am I communicating? Now this is exactly another way you can even solve a problem when it is given. Have I made myself clear? If here is now 2, which means the final answer should be 2. Are you with me now? Now this is my last question, which is question number 50. So in my next video, I'm going to continue with part 12, which means we'll continue with question number 51, 52, and continues. Remember, my target is to finish first 100-word question. Now, if you have not watched my YouTube before, please, I know, try and watch it. You will not regret it. Once again, I remain A Square. See you